Hi guys, Stu and Al here, and if you're watching this is the second video in our 5C's series. We've covered cutting tool and now we're moving on to cover. As I've stated in the previous video, these are the 5C's is like a heading. When we say cover, it doesn't necessarily mean just a tarp. It can mean it's like a plethora of things. That's a good word, isn't it? It's an array of things for cover. So for me, I'm going to start before I get to anything else, because what I want to be able to do is maintain my own core body temperature. I don't want it to drop and I don't want it to skyrocket. I want to be able to maintain my own core body temperature. So for cover, for me, it's going to start with what you're wearing. Do you have the appropriate gear on? Do you have a good rain shell? Do you have a wind top? Do you have a correct warm jacket? Do you have a hat? Do you have gloves? Are you wearing the appropriate trousers and footwear? So the first thing for me in cover is what you are wearing to cover your immediate body. For a general day in the woods for me just now, I really can't see past the Helican Tex Pilgrim smock and trousers. Absolutely outstanding bit of kit. Windproof, lightweight. I've waxed the jacket. It makes it very water repellent, if not proof. Just absolutely fantastic. I've got a breathable t-shirt on, and I've got a kind of body warmer, fleece body warmer, so I can kind of layer myself. I can layer myself as I see fit. So the first part of cover for me is what I'm wearing directly onto myself. Moving kind of up the chain, next I always have my TRC Outdoors Zoot suit and my survival scarf, the Chorizo windproof suit. If you want to look back through our video catalogue, you'll see this. What's really good about this suit is, let's say I've been out, this is more about inconvenient camping, being able to survive that 3-day period. We've yomped off into the woods, we're having a bushcraft period, and I hurt myself, and I have to be left while Al yomps out. This windproof suit is an absolutely outstanding, lightweight, insulating addition, and I can utilise it. And I'll explain how I can utilise it slightly later on into my kit. But it's just a fantastic addition. If you want to see more about the suit itself, look back through our video catalogue. Next, I have a warm jacket. And for me, I'm really digging at the moment the Montane Prism jacket. I had one for years, and then I seen one in this colour going really cheap, and I couldn't say no. It's filled with Primaloft gold, it's windproof, it's lightweight, it packs down into nothing. It's absolutely outstanding. So as you can see, for me in cover, before I do anything, it's the clothing. Do I have the appropriate clothing for the environment that I'm in? If I was out doing a day in the hills, no, I probably wouldn't take my pilgrim suit. I would have like a lightweight Gore-Tex waterproof shell, lightweight walking trousers. I would still take my Montane Prism, I would still take my windproof top. But for the environment that I'm in and what I'm doing a day bushcrafting, this is absolutely fantastic, appropriate kit that just keeps me really safe. And I've got redundancies on things as well, and I can layer up and layer down as I see fit. We have a video on layering systems as well, if you want to have a wee look back through that. Next is, I suppose you would call it, my emergency sleep system and my kind of emergency backup warm set, which is this Helican Tex Swagman roll. These are absolutely awesome bits of kit, and I'm going to do an independent video on this at the end of the 5C's, just talking about how awesome I think this bit of kit is. Fantastic bit of kit. Helican Tex Swagman roll, can't see past it, top bit of kit. I have in cover as well a roll mat, a snap mat, a lined one as well. It's lined with kip sheet, which is like a very lightweight waterproof nylon that adds a layer of waterproof and kind of insulation to my roll mat. And then this this is kind of like a different, if you looked back through our videos, you'll notice I done my take on a Moscow Hansky survival scarf. This is my other option on a Moscow Hansky survival scarf, and I can use this for a multitude of things. A, as a scarf, B, as a browse bed, C, as a hammock, like all sorts of things. I'm going to show you now in my cover section how I utilise this to kind of make an emergency sleep system. Dave done it really awesomely in his update video using like an old school American GI hammock, and I'm just going to demonstrate my take on that now, so stay tuned for that. See you in a minute. Small enough to fit into my pocket, and it has a multitude of uses, an absolute load of uses, and if you look through my survival scarf video you'll see that. And this is a slightly bigger version. What's really good about this is, if I had to, I can cinch the ends down and I've left this slit here on the side so I could climb inside it as like a survival bivvy, a completely windproof survival bivvy, so that's a great option for that. I'll maybe do like a separate video on this one, but we'll see how we go. The paracord that I put in this, I believe it was 720 paracord, because it's just what got sent through. So yeah, the same as Dave says in his video, no, this isn't going to be like a big massively comfortable lying sideways hammock. That's not going to happen, but I'm going to show you how I can utilise my roll mat with it and stuff like that and make my life even easier. So utilising that slit that's in the middle, I can bang my roll mat inside it. And that makes it almost like an underquilt. It's giving me a massive amount of insulation. It's going to stop that, me losing that heat. And then I can get in it. So as I say, I'm not going to be lying sideways in it anytime soon, but I could easily get in it. My back's insulated with that roll mat, and if the floor is absolutely howling, I can get in it, and I'm here insulated off the floor. So this one item has become a massive multi-use item. Again, a browse bed, a scarf, a signalling device, can be used for first aid, i.e. slings, and now it's a hammock with a roll mat that I can fit inside it. If I then and again, another reason why I absolutely love the Swagman roll. Just find the end, sorry lads. You always go the wrong way, don't you? So for absolutely no weight whatsoever, and all multi-use kit, every item here is a multi-use bit of kit. I can have an emergency sleep system. I can have my tarp above me. I've got my hammock, my roll mat, and I'm up off the floor. And again, utilising that with all the warm kit. If I got into my parasilk suit, if this, let's say, again, I'll need to crack the old wet and dry routine, I can get my wet kit off, put my dry windproof suit on, get my warm jacket on, my hat, my gloves, get inside this under a tarp, I'm going to be pretty comfortable in most of the environments that I'm likely to face, really. So yeah, and again, with this, I can utilise this as a warm jacket as well, in the kind of poncho roll style. So yeah guys, cover isn't necessarily just a tarp or just a blanket. It should be a layered system within your kit. Cover for me starts on the body. Do I have the correct clothing on for the environment I'm looking to go into? The answer should always be yes. Start for there, then move up for there. Well, I'll take that roll mat because it can act as a sit mat. That's fine, it's a roll mat if I need it. I'll take this because it can act as a scarf, it can act as a signalling device, all the things that I mentioned. I'll take this because it can act as a warm jacket and a sleeping bag. And these are all really lightweight, small packing items. They take up absolutely no room and they take up absolutely no weight. So for me, for a day in the woods or a general hike about, this is what I would take for cover, incorporated with a tarp and the correct clothing. Okay guys, thanks very much for having a look at the second video in our series cover and just having a look at how I like to set all this up. I'll maybe do a separate video on the scarf and the Swagman roll at a later date. And now we're moving on to combustion. So if you found this video, look at the previous video which was cutting tool, and we're moving on to combustion next. See you in the next video, team.